Welcome back to the podcast. This is episode 2. We got my buddy Ryan Scherer here. Very stoked to have him on the show. Super glad he came out today. Haven't seen you in maybe a year. No, it was probably 6 months or so.
Yeah.
You came over for a while ago to a barbecue we had here at the arcade. That was cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, glad you came in. Thanks for stopping in, making the time, bro. I'm really excited to have you on.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. So how's it going right now? Everything. What's new with you?
Just skating, working. Now I work, like kind of what I was telling you. I work across from D Park now, so.
What are you doing?
I'm doing like maintenance stuff, so appliances, paint, kind of everything in an apartment you would fix.
Oh, you're just like apartment maintenance?
Yeah.
Oh, like one of those apartments downtown?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Which one?
It's literally right across from D Park, like that big one. And then there's another property I do that's like 2 buildings down, but they're both like the same.
It's not. You're not at the glass house though.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, my mom's living right there, so
Oh,
I was
shit.
like, working in my mom's building. That'll be
Yeah.
sick.
Hell yeah.
Right
Yeah.
on. But when do you start doing that?
I started in the end of August, so it's been a little bit. It's
Okay.
chill.
And you before that you were doing like the film production for what was that? What was that all about?
I was just kind of doing gigs here and there, and then I got a job up in was it Louisville, and I was just a camera operator up there filming a couple different shows.
What were those shows?
One was like ancient aliens. One was like kind of like history stuff, and I'm trying to remember the other one. Mainly just kind of like ancient alien kind of stuff, and like they kind of went through like the world, like where they are, like South America, like the pyramids down there and stuff like that.
And just like local, it was like obviously like a local thing, or was it a bigger company that was just filming in Denver?
It's called Gaia. They're based here and they have everything here, but they were bringing people in from all over to like be on the show and stuff.
And those are the only shows that they produced, or they produced other shows?
They do like yoga and like kind of stuff like that.
Like new age kind of shit?
Yeah.
Okay, how did you get into that?
My buddy Dylan actually moved to LA, and he was the camera operator there, and he was like, he knew I was that's what I was trying to do, so he hit me up, and he hit up the director and a couple other, I think the light guy and some other people, and was like, hey, this is my buddy, like, you should see if you kind of try me out for a little bit. So I got on there for a while, and it was cool.
What kind of like cameras were you using?
I'm trying to remember. There's a couple different ones. I think there was a couple red cameras. I don't know. It was a little while ago, but yeah, there's like I think a couple reds and a. I'm trying to remember. There was a different one. Yeah, I can't remember.
It was like, how was that like transitioning from just like skate cameras stuff that you were used to doing? So you weren't doing any kind of like film stuff before then. You were just mostly doing like skate filming,
mainly
basically,
skate.
right?
I would get on a little bit doing like production work, so like PA stuff, and then I did like the sky cam for the Denver Broncos.
Oh, sick.
So
how'd you get into that?
another friend kind of hooked me up with that. My buddy Trevor, you know him.
Okay.
And he actually knew the guy that did that. He used to work with him, and he was just the same kind of deal. It was like, hey, my buddy Ryan, and just kind of plugged me in.
All right. On how did that work out?
It was good. It was fun. I was only on, it was a short thing. I was only on for like just that game. So like set up and then tear down after the game, all the equipment and stuff. So I was there for like maybe like 4 or 5 days, just setting everything up and doing all that.
This was like a remote control camera, or?
Yeah. So we would set the guy up in the box in the middle of the stadium and get his like control, and he had like a joystick thing and like just like a big box thing, and then all the cords and stuff that ran to it, and each side of the stadium had like I think 4 towers. So I was one of those guys, and I had like a headset on, and they would tell you like, jog the camera in, like
Oh, so you're getting like, you have like a headset and you're getting
Yeah.
you're getting direction from like a director or something like that.
Yeah, and he would just tell me like how far to like jog my tower in, and they all like correlate together. So it was cool.
That's sick. And you just only did that for one game, and
Yeah, yeah, it was just one game, so it was like the Chiefs versus the Broncos. Yeah, it
and
was
so
cool.
like, what was that like? They're like, oh, see you later, never again, or
Kinda, yeah. I probably could have like talked to a couple people and tried to like jump on another one, but a lot of those guys they pretty much travel like year round.
oh shit, so you're like a huge commitment then.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure if I was like too ready for that yet.
So they don't have a crew just like the Denver crew, and then or
No, they all kind of like
they don't travel.
yeah.
Just like is this like what is like for ABC or like Fox or something like
I
that?
think it was Fox. Well, my badge said ESPN, so I don't know. It probably was Fox or something.
Okay, so that's crazy. So I would imagine that they'd have just one crew, just in each spot. But actually, now that I think about it, there's a guy who used to come in the sushi bar all the time. Who that's what he did. He was like the director for all of those shit. So like he would travel. He was always traveling, and he would just set up those like control rooms or control
Yeah.
centers or whatever. And
Yeah.
I guess he was doing that. So now I think about it, I guess there was a lot of traveling and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So you're kind of just still looking for that kind of work on the side, or are you trying to get more into that, or is this just something that you're holding you over until you can get something more
Yeah, it's
steady in
definitely
the film industry? Or
definitely something I want to keep doing. I'm always kind of looking here and there. Before I got my job now, I was kind of looking for that, and it's just hard, like I think with COVID and the strike that was going on and all that, it's kind of tough. But I got a couple buddies in town that they're still working and stuff, so I'm sure I could like try to get on something.
and what were you doing before that?
Before that, I think I was just, like I said, I kind of did like a little bit of like editing for like people, just like random stuff. I had like projects on my own, like the film school I went to. After I graduated, they like promised you like kind of a job thing, and they would constantly like try to help you get jobs. And I would work with my film teacher closely. He does like music and stuff, so I would like shoot music videos and help out with that, edit some of his stuff, like his live shows here in Denver. And I got like a random job in Aurora filming this couple that was filming like a Shark Tank kind of style show. And so it was kind of fun. I've done a lot of different things, but yeah, I mean, it's all pretty much based from like skating and having a camera and like editing like footage of friends and stuff, and kind of got into it that way.
That's crazy. I didn't actually know that you went to school and did all that.
Yeah.
Where did you go to school?
It's called Film Connection. They're based out of LA, but they have like teachers you work with one-on-one like out here. And I tried it pretty much after high school, and I wasn't really like vibing with like the teacher I had. He was just like super old, and nothing wrong with that, but he just seemed like he wasn't gonna be like into the stuff I was. And like it was like a small studio. I think it was pretty south of Denver, so it was kind of gonna be a mission for me to get there, So I I held off and just kind of scrapped it and just kind of kept skating and working. And then I was like, well, I should probably try to go to school and do something. And I ended up applying and going through the whole process again. And I got my guy, Johnny Fisher, my teacher. He was super cool, and there was a small music and like film studio off like Tennyson Street. It's gone now. I think it was like just north of like 46th area, kind of north. It was really, really small, but it was cool. And I brought in like my my GL2 and like my camera and stuff, because he wanted to see kind of what I knew already, how
Right.
like what to do. And I showed him this video, this skate video I made of my buddies. It was like edited to like a Wu-Tang song, and he was super like hip hop oriented music guy, so he was like down like right away. So he was stoked on me.
What are like the people like in the film kind of industry think about when you show them that you learn how to do film stuff like through skating? What do they like? Does that even register in their brain, or do they have any? Do they even like recognize that as anything? Or
I think they do. I think they do. Like, we're all kind of doing the same thing in a way that they're doing, like taking photos at a spot, like lighting it up and like kind of doing stuff like that. So I think they know that we know what we're doing a little bit, and like editing and everything.
yeah, and how different is like filming for skating compared to filming in kind of a more professional setting?
I'd say they're pretty similar, but when you got a headset on and you're kind of listening to like the director say like, oh, like focus this one in a little more, or like tighten this up, or like move this a little. I guess it's kind of what you're doing in your own head, like filming a trick at a spot, but I don't know, I guess it's less stressful being out skating and just kind of like having fun, and you can kind of like fine tune it your own way without doing what a director wants you to do. I guess you can kind of like, it's all in your hands.
Yeah. And how many like video projects have you worked on actually on the like filming, like skate video projects that you were mostly filming?
Skate videos, I've done, because I started when I was pretty much like 13, so I've done like just maybe like 2 little homie videos, and just kind of all kinds of different cameras, whatever we could get at the time. And but like more closer, I'd say more legitimate stuff was I did the butter video, just another homie video, but like there's like Jeff Holslander in there, Kyle Olson, like Lugo, a bunch of like heavy hitters, I'd say.
When was that?
That one, I'm trying to think. That one was, it was probably, I don't know, like maybe, I was probably like 21, so 22, probably like 6-7 years ago now or so. Something like that. We filmed for it for a while, a couple years, and just held on to it. And I was going to try to like put it out somewhere, but then eventually we like just kept sitting on it for a while, and I was like, let's just put it out on YouTube, and everything's on there minus the part my own part, because the music got flagged, so the whole part got, so it's just no one's ever seen it.
That's crazy.
But it's all good.
Yeah.
The video's good itself, so I'm stoked.
Do you have like hard copies of that, or you have the file somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Did you ever make a video like with hard copy, like DVDs or CDs or anything like that?
I'd like to. There was like that one I really wanted to, just never really got around to it, and I figured everything's kind of more going that internet way, so I was like, I'll just put it on YouTube and send links to everyone, and hopefully a bunch of people will see it.
Did a lot of people see it, that video, or did you get a lot of views? Or
some kid at it, I was at Arvada, I think, or Golden Park, and he like hit me up, and he was from like out Kansas City and stuff, and he was like, hey, aren't you Ryan? And I was like, yeah. And I kind of talked to him a little bit. He's like, oh, you made the butter video. And I was like, yeah. And I guess it went on Reddit or something. Really? Yeah. Okay. And I didn't know, and I didn't believe him. And then he like showed me, and I was like, dude, it blew up somewhere.
That's sick.
Someone put it out there.
That's tight. Who was all in that first homies video that you made? Like, who was your crew back then when you were first like kind of getting at it?
It was Dennis Pukow, Matt Field, Chris Peterson, Matt's little brother Brian, and I'm trying to think. I think that was it. I think it was just like 4 or 5 of us, a couple homies. Like, I think there was this guy, Aaron Lopez, had a couple tricks. He would do like double flips and shit. Dominic Maltese, do you remember him?
I don't think so.
Oh, he was in there. It's kind of random homies. My buddy Kyle O'Connor was in there. He had a couple tricks.
And these,
So,
where's that crew like? Where did that crew assemble?
mainly just school. You know,
What school did you go to?
this back in this time it was like Arvada Middle School,
Oh, okay.
and Matt, which he was like my, one of the close homies. Is like me, Matt, and Chris always skating, and he came because I think Chris was like skating in front of his mom's friend's house, and Matt lived right across the street, and he was skating, so they kind of met up, and then I was always around, so Chris introduced me to Matt, and we all just started skating, like around.
And so you guys filmed this video. Nobody drives.
Yeah.
So where were you? Where was all this footage getting filmed at? You guys
Uh,
skating to spots, or getting your
oh,
parents
yeah.
taking you to spots, or what?
we skated everywhere, so we would go like all the way up to like Westy Mall, like around there. There's like spots, and then everywhere in Arvada, a little bit at Wheat Ridge. We would push around. We would get it. We'd wake up super early, watch some videos, and then go out and skate.
Like what era was that? What videos were you getting stoked on during that time?
I would say Really Sorry and Sorry because I had the DVD.
Oh yeah.
And then Yeah Right, Zero New Blood, and I had a meta video that was Recess,
Okay.
and then 303 What Are You Doing?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's such a good video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had those kind of lined up, and then I think like Blind, What If, kind of like.
Oh, I love that video,
yeah,
bro.
that's a good video.
Yeah, the whole. I don't know. The whole like in South Park intros was kind of cheesy, but
Yeah.
the skating was sick.
Yeah.
What's his face, dude? Had one of my favorite parts of all time. I forget. I always forget his name. He used to skate for iPad too. And,
Oh yeah, it was
God, I can't think of his. I always forget his name.
isn't it Morgan?
No, it's
Uh,
I'll think of it.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he
though.
has a block party song.
Yeah, I think he had the first
Corey Shepherd.
Corey Shepherd.
Yeah, probably one of my top
Yeah.
5 favorite parts ever, dude. That video was
Yeah.
just so slapping.
Yeah.
Just the steeziest dude, like super baggy when everyone was like all
Getting all
super
tight,
tight pants,
yeah.
and like he was so good. That part was just amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like it was just like a super underrated part, super underrated skater, and that dude just like wrecked it in that video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was probably one of my favorite parts too. I did like you mentioned the South Park intro, and it was Grant Patterson.
Oh yeah.
He was like a circa dude, so I was super into that.
Yeah, his part was super sick too.
He's dope.
He was super good.
Yeah.
Who else was that in that video? That was good. But yeah, Corey Shepherd absolutely
Yeah.
just killed that whole video. It's the only thing that if I watch that video, I'll probably only just watch that part, honestly. Yeah, but that was sick. Yeah, how did you feel about PJ Ladd, like skating to no music on that? Really sorry.
Man, it's a soundtrack on its own. I think just you like thinking about his part. I can like hear these like hitting like grinding a bench or like doing something, and like I don't know. I think it's like a soundtrack of its own. And he was, I mean, he still is gnarly, but he was like killing it. And like I feel like, like not too many people like he wasn't quite being seen around yet, and like getting that popular quite yet. It's probably like right after that he started.
Well, he had his first video.
Well,
like,
Wonderful Horrible Life.
Yeah,
that was
and then-
another one I actually had too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, did you have the DVD or the VHS?
DVD?
Oh, that sucks because the VHS had a different soundtrack, right?
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Because I think that they put it out the VHS, and they didn't expect it to like go freaking viral, basically, which was impossible with the VHS tape, and somehow it just
Yeah.
like exploded, sold like 1 million copies or something crazy, right?
Yeah.
And then I think after that, I think they got copyright striked on a couple of the songs. So like Ryan Gallant's song changed, and I think that Skinny Hesher dude, his song changed, and I think maybe a couple other songs changed. But I had both of them. I had the VHS and the DVD. Somehow
Yeah.
I think those are the only two videos that I managed to freaking lose, but I lost both
Oh,
of
I
them.
was gonna say, did you still got it yet? Or
No,
still?
I've got probably like 50 skate videos, but I lost both copies of that, and I'm still pretty pissed off about that.
Hell yeah, that's a gem right
Yeah,
there.
those and on eBay, those things are freaking expensive, dude.
Fuck.
I'll probably end up just rebuying it on eBay and just pay whatever for it, but
Yeah.
it's a bummer to just have something and just lose it. But
Yeah.
yeah, the VHS is definitely sick. But yeah, he exploded after that. Like I remember watching that, and it's like one of those things where you watch somebody that's just ahead, so far ahead of the game, like game changing kind of
Yeah.
part, and you're like, whoa, like who is this kid? Like how did he do this? Like
Yeah.
what is this? But then that whole team was sick. They had Ryan
Dude.
Gallant, they
Yeah.
had little
Wasn't
Jeremy
Yeah, I was gonna
Rogers,
say Jeremy Rogers was in that too.
and yeah, those three, and it's like, dude, those guys just absolutely just killed it after that.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Wasn't it Alexis
Yep,
Sablon?
yep, she was in it.
Who else was in there?
I think those are the only ones that ended up going pro on that video, but still, like, probably one of like the best female skaters ever.
Yeah.
And obviously, those three dudes just absolutely killed it. Yeah, that was great. And then so you started skateboarding like when you're 13, 12, 10.
I'd say I started like seriously taking it like seriously around 12, 13 and just getting super into it. But I always had like a board and it was kind of like a little
Like, what do you mean? Oh, you always had a board. Like, where did that just materialize, or someone gave it to you, or?
Well, I wanted one, and my parents, I kind of had like bikes, rollerblades, kind of like whatever.
Oh,
and, I got a skateboard and just kind of could just naturally like just ride and like push, and I wasn't Mongo.
Oh, nice.
So.
What was that board? That first board?
Oh man, it was just like I guess what ended up happening is they bought me like a legit board. I think they went to 303, the Arvada shop.
Oh, okay.
And they got me one there.
Which one? Like the one that was behind like the cake, next to the cake spot, or the one that was next to the comic book store?
Comic book.
Okay.
Yeah, cards, coins, and
Right,
comics.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, but they got me that board I think for like Christmas or my birthday, and they went into a store somewhere and someone broke into the car and stole
Oh
it.
shit.
And they were super bummed, so
Oh,
they got
no.
me just like just like a quick little Kmart board, and it was just like a Hot Wheels board. It didn't have a nose. It was just
Oh, just
old
like a fish,
school.
the old fish board.
Yeah, so it was cool, but I kind of learned a little bit on that, and then I ended up my like next like official board was a Black Label, and that was sick. Normal.
Where did that come from?
I think it was like birthday or something like that.
Did you pick it out, or they just bring it home for
I
you?
think
or?
they brought it home. It was just like it was a pretty cool graphic. It was like black and green, and it had like a skeleton guy, and he was like a military dude, and he had like like a shotgun or something, and a bunch of ammo on his chest and shit. But it was cool.
Yeah, I always loved those Black Label. They're still around or no?
Yeah.
They are? I haven't seen a Black Label deck in a really long time.
I think they're kind of just smaller, but I've seen a couple dudes just like on Instagram, like they're really gnarly, but I keep seeing there must be like little flow guys or something.
Okay. Yeah, I always loved that elephant graphic.
Yeah,
That I should get like a T-shirt or something because that's such a sick graphic.
yeah, that one's a good one.
And then so this was what, age 11, 10?
I'd say somewhere around there, because I ended up having the Black Label board for a while, and then just over time trying tricks and stuff, it got beat up.
And so what year was that?
Maybe like, let's see, like 2000, probably like 2000, 2001
Okay.
area.
Okay. Yeah, all right. So you're yeah, so you're 10, you're like fourth or fifth grade, and 2000 I think in middle school, and that's probably about this. Probably started getting serious skating probably around the same time, but you were quite younger than me.
Yeah.
At that time, it's like you're a little kid, and I'm
Yeah.
going into high school.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so I was pretty much started around that same time too, and I feel like that was such a pure era to skate in. That's why I really like talking about that kind of era, just because it's so different than now.
Oh, way different. I also love that era. Like, I was super into like the zero kind of style, you know, kind of stuff like that. And I was super into flip. You know, Jeff Rowley was like my favorite. He still is, but you know, like I watched him a lot. Appleyard, Penny, you know, the OG flip team. Ardo.
Ardo, needless to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, such a great team. I feel like that video, the girl video, and probably like Misled Youth or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. There's something about like those videos, but definitely like maybe not Misled Youth, because I'm thinking like 2000 to 2004.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're kind of just waiting for these big videos to come out, and then, you know, the girl video came out and Sorry video came out, and I feel like those two pretty much like set the bar for every other video. After. I don't think any videos really kind of even come close. Even I just don't think that they could ever make videos like that ever again. Where I just don't think that they can. I think that whole era is just long gone.
Yeah.
And it was just exciting, like waiting for VHSs. You know, there's no internet presence, nothing, and it's just such a different time. You know.
Yeah, you'd have to go to the skate shop and see, you know, what they had. It wasn't like there's a way to really figure out, you know, unless you've got like a mag and it's like, oh, the, you know, flip video's coming out soon or whatever.
Right, but they would say that for a year and a half.
Yeah.
2 years.
Just like the fully flared video.
Yeah. But even then, I feel like Fully Flared wasn't even close to as good as Yeah Right, in my opinion.
No. I felt like I had the same feel to it, you know, because, you know, it's a bunch of like girl and chocolate dudes and kind of like that style, but it was sick though. I thought it was cool.
Fully Flared actually was really sick. I think there's only like maybe two or three videos that I almost like wanted to cry when I saw the parts, dude. Like when I saw Guy Mariano's part in that video, I was like choking up, dude. Like, dude. I wanted to cry when I saw that.
Yeah.
And then I think Heath Kirchardt's part in that last Alien Workshop video that he did.
Oh yeah.
I think
Minefield.
Minefield. I think I almost cried when I saw that part too. It was
that one was sick. That was a good video too.
Yeah, and for me, it's just like that's why I wanted to do this podcast, just because like you watch those old dudes and you just watch them just rip so hard, and you're like, man, dude, it's like there's nothing like that, dude. Like, you watch kids skate and you watch kids come and skate and do this and that all day, every day, and then you don't see them get old and stick with it and still rip harder than everybody, dude. And when I see old dudes do that, bro, I just, oh man, it just like touches my heart, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nothing like it. But yeah, those videos were super good. So like, you were 10 years old. What were you doing before you were skating? Before that age?
Before skating, I was just, you know, playing video games, kind of always outside, messing around, riding bikes, just kind of jumping on a trampoline, kind of just doing that stuff.
Just like sports or anything?
I tried like wrestling, and I did basketball for a while, but then over time I just kind of was like, you know, once I got super into skating, I was like, this is it. This is all I want to do.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know if there's many other things that really are all-consuming like skateboarding is, because it takes so much time and dedication and, you know, studying, even though and just paying attention to a lot of details about what you're trying to do with it, and kind of develop your own style and personality through skateboarding, that it almost like blocks everything else out, you know?
Yeah.
And
I agree.
yeah, and it's cool to see. I feel like it's cool to see people, even though we're all kind of connected, we do the same thing. Like, we all develop our own kind of personality and kind of make our way through that experience, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really cool to watch everyone just kind of grow in their own way. Even outside of skateboarding, though, like, how did, obviously skateboarding influenced you to get into film, right? If you were not filming skateboarding, you probably wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Would you not have that interest in filming too, or is that something that is on top of skateboarding, or just a parallel?
I think I also was like super interested in, you know, being or trying to become like, you know, little kids. It's like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like, I always kind of wanted to do something with TV. Like, I probably didn't know like exactly what it was, but maybe probably just a camera operator or something like that. So I'm sure, I don't know, probably just, you know, I always wanted to do that, and then just started skating, and then kind of just got into it, you know.
That's cool. And when you guys were filming your videos, did you do like skits or any kind of like other, or it was just pure, just like trick?
We would, I would say like the butter video, we kind of like thought it out more and was like, okay, like Kyle, he filmed his intro, and it was cool because at the time he was like living out of his van and like kind of that lifestyle, and he shot like, he had his van parked like by, you know, he lives up in Carbondale, so it's like mountains everywhere, and it's like water running, and then like an ant hill, and all these ants are like I think we fast forward it so they're all, you know, super quick going by. So we kind of planned out his intro, and everyone kind of had their own intro. So I'd say, yeah, it was like planned out in like skits in a way, but like nothing crazy like those like old videos, you know, where they're like
photosynthesis, bro.
Yeah.
That just came to my mind when you were talking about the ants, right?
Yep.
And I feel like that was it. Photosynthesis, yeah, right, and sorry, bro.
Yep.
I feel like those ones, oh man, like those
were sick.
And I feel like photosynthesis, bro, like nobody could, like that alien style, that editing style, the, like everything was just, like they can't replicate it. There's no one's gonna make anything like that ever again.
No.
And if they do, it's only gonna be just like biting off of that. And
Yeah.
you can always tell when people are biting off of photosynthesis, like
Yeah.
anything, you know?
Yep.
It's
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
But so yeah, so you get in high school, you're skating Little Arvada Park all the time, right?
The OG.
How far did you live from there?
Man, like a skate, it was probably like 10-minute skate, something like that, barely. So I was there, and the high school and the middle school are like pretty much right.
And you went to Arvada
between.
High too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So I would just go there every day after school.
And what year did you graduate?
2010.
2010. Jeez. Yeah. So I was like graduating before you were even like in middle school or some shit.
But I remember seeing you
Yeah.
around.
Yeah,
like,
I would see you around, and I would
yeah.
remember you'd always have like baseball hat
Yeah.
and like little emo hair underneath. And
Yep.
yeah, you were always ripping, and I remember I used to talk to you back then. I think that's how we met. And then I don't think because like I said, I graduated 2004, so I was like the peak when I was skating. So I think I would see you around that time.
Yep.
And then I moved around a lot, and so I was gone. And then I kind of got out of skating a little bit through periods, and then I think like we reconnected somewhere maybe like 6 years ago, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then yeah, like recognized you, and I'm like, wait, you used to skate at Arvada back in the day, and I was like, yeah, I remember you.
Yeah, we were at the new Arvada Park.
Oh, okay.
And you were you rode your like moped there.
Oh yeah.
And that
Yeah.
that's when I kept seeing you because I went every single day,
Right.
like right in the morning. So
Yeah.
I think I just caught you then.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I went through some crazy stuff between like skating the old Arvada Park into that era when I was just cruising the moped around, right? And so
Yeah.
I was after that during that era I was like in the grind of like I'm just skating all the time again, and
Yeah.
so I kind of got back to it. And then you never, I don't think you ever, did you ever go on like a hiatus where you kind of spent a lot of time off your skateboard?
Just injuries. I've broken my left ankle 3 times, my right one twice.
Fuck.
Yeah, so I kind of was like forced to stop.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like that's what's sick about you is that whole time you didn't ever stop skating at all, and you could tell like just the tricks that you do, like your consistency, like style, everything. It's of a dude that just didn't ever put it down.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
that's why I got huge respect for you because I've gone through like many phases of like, oh, I haven't skated in a year, I haven't skated in 3 years, I haven't skated in 2 years, and just because just my nature, I just develop these obsessions, you know what I mean? And I just grind like doing a certain thing for a really long time, and it just takes over my life. And it for a long time that was skateboarding. For years and years it was skateboarding, but then I just get into other things. Like I love skateboarding obviously just about more than anything in the whole world,
Yeah.
but there are other things that I just absolutely just fascinated with. And like I said, I just really give mad respect to people that just never put the board down. And like I said, just like that tenacity like really shows in your skateboarding even today. So
Thank you.
big respect for that, honestly.
Oh yeah.
And so your injuries, like what happened like with those injuries?
Oh man. Well, my first ankle break wasn't too bad. I was at Warehouse 180, just skating, and I was just doing a front 180 off just like the box, the drop, and I just 180'd, so I broke my pop foot, so my right foot, it just rolled, and I didn't really know what was going on for a little, and then I was like, I think I broke it. Then I went to the, doctors, all that, and they're like, yeah, you got like, some sort of fracture and something else going on. It was weird with like the growth plate, and it was kind of, I don't know, it was a little strange. And then I was out for like a couple months, and then same place, Warehouse 180, we were jumping off like the quarter pipe deck, so it's like a tall drop to the flat, and I was skating it, and Dennis and his buddy Chris, he's my friend too, but he was watching me skate it, and I was just trying tray flip off, and that was my trick back then. I was like, I could do this, I did it off everything on flat. That was like my warm-up trick, and I did it, stuck it a bunch, kept sticking, and I was like, all right, next try, it's cool. And then my toe got caught from me catching it. I caught it in primo, brought it down with my toe, kind of like wedged in between the wheel and the board, where you kind of get wheel bite, and just
oh no,
I saw the bottom of my shoe sole for
God.
a solid 2 seconds. I was like, yeah, it's done.
Fuck.
And I sat there. Dennis picked me up, put me on the couch, and started icing it. My ankle was already like this big, and I knew it was done. I was just bummed, and then called my mom. She was pretty surprised because she was like, no, you're joking, because it happened before there. And she was like, you're joking. I was like, no, you need to come get me.
Oh shit.
And got me, and it was bad. I broke it all the way around, 3 different places.
Dude, do you like screws or
no screws,
no hardware?
no surgery, no hardware. Just couldn't skate. It took forever. Shit. I was close, I'd say around like a year before I was like skating again. So I lost a year, and then we were messing around at Stanley Lake High School, the manual pads.
Okay.
And I was just joking around. I was like, oh yeah, I'll tray flip off of it. It's only like this tall.
Right.
Rolled my ankle, same one, same trick, same everything, and go to the doctors. They put me in like an air cast thing. I just pump it up with air. I was in that for like a couple months, and then it finally healed, and I just kind of wrote off tray flipping off anything.
And just to this day?
Here and there I will, but not really. Like, I'm kind of sore towards that trick now.
I can imagine, though. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
just none of that. And then the other ankle break, I was just being an idiot and jumped out of a tree.
Oh, no.
Not even skating.
Yeah, that's the worst, dude. The non-skate injuries, bro.
You feel so dumb.
You feel so dumb.
I'm like, I should have like been hucking it or doing something
Literally
crazy.
literally
you know?
anything, right?
But no, just jumping out of a tree, idiot.
Yeah. Sober too?
No.
No.
Nah.
Of course not.
No, I've been drinking a little. So, you know where they built that really sick DIY on like 80th and Sheridan that's like popping off lately? I was there skating, and my girlfriend was there. I was like, I'll just skate this before the sun goes down. And so we were skating. I was skating, and then she was like, oh, let's go up in this tree. And I was like, yeah, cool. And then I climbed up pretty high up, decent amount. And I was just like, well, I'm just going to jump out. It's grass. I'll be just tuck and roll. And
Yeah.
I didn't do any of that. Just blew up my ankle. She had to push me home on my board.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
It started raining. And
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Just everything goes wrong?
Everything went wrong.
Oh, my God. That's classic. And then, so what do you do? What are you doing in those times when you're injured? And because those are long stints, a year, like
Yeah.
3-4 months. That's a long time to be, especially like when you're just trying to only skate. Like, what are you doing in that time when you're off?
Just laying there, torturing myself, watching skate videos.
Brutal.
A lot of movies, video games.
What games are you into playing?
Just kind of like the classics, like Smash Brothers, Mario Kart. I'm super into Mario, so kind of any of those, old and new. Trying to think, like GoldenEye, N64, kind of like those. Even like the old stuff, like I used to play like Duck Hunt, and, classics.
You got any of that stuff at your house still, or?
Somewhere I do have my original NES with the guns for Duck Hunt and the Super Marios. I do have a good collection. It's from NES, Super Nintendo, N64, Sega Genesis, just kind of like all the way up GameCube.
You kept all that stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, I kept it all.
Yeah, that's great.
I can't get rid of that.
Yeah, hell yeah. You ever bust them out, or are they just in boxes, or?
Like the really, really old stuff, it's still kind of like packed away, but we got, I think the GameCube's handy, and I got my like, Switch, and
What are you playing on that?
the Switch, I've been waiting for that new Mario to come out, I think this week. I like reserved it.
Really?
Yeah. So stoked to check that one out. But on there, Mario Parties, Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, kind of like what I was saying.
Who's your main on Smash Brothers?
Fox.
Oh, Fox.
Fox.
Okay. All
Fox,
right.
Luigi. For some reason, I've been really good with Luigi lately. So
are you playing just online, or you play it just by yourself, CPU, or with your lady?
It'll be, yeah, she'll play too. I got my buddy Kef. He plays a lot. He plays Ike and just tortures me.
Oh, really?
He's really good. Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
But what else? So sponsors. Like, you ended up getting some pretty sick sponsors, actually, right?
Yeah.
What was your first sponsor?
First sponsor was, I think it was BC Surf and Sport. I got on there, and then
So I would always hear kids like, oh yeah, I'm sponsored by BC, and they would always be like semi-credible or
Yeah.
preposterous claim.
yeah.
And I'm like, I always wonder, I'm like, how and why the fuck did you ever get onto BC? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how, and why, and also like what they never put any. There was never a BC video. Was there?
There's one.
Was there?
Molotov. Mikey Frith, I think, put it together with Ryan Leibarger, Craig Thomas, Brandon Covert. It was kind of like
Brandon Covert. Wait.
yeah. High Pop had the afro.
Okay.
He was gnarly. And then Frith was in it. Angelo, I'm pretty sure he was in it. And yeah, it was like those dudes.
Huh.
And they were at BC Westminster, and I was the little kid going in there. It was the closest shop to my house, you know. So I'd go there, and I think I gave them like half street, half park, like sponsor me tape. And they were down, and we were all kind of friends. He's like, well, we'll give you like discount. And it was like a B team. So it was like they ran the A team, and then me and a couple friends were on the B team. And they would give us like boards and wheels like for like $20 or something. He's like, just give me $20 and we got boards and wheels. And then but then later, once that store closed, I actually got onto BC Boulder, the Boulder store, and that one was like more legit. Like my buddy Micah got on there and he was killing it. And I was like, dude, I'm not really like skating with anyone right now. Like my friends were just kind of like all over the place. And I was just like, I need someone to skate with and just film and just keep doing it. And he's like, well, all right. And he told me, he's like, you should try to get on, BC with me. I was like, all right. And I put this time only street footage tape because I knew better.
Right.
And I gave him like, dude, I had so much footage because I wasn't, like putting it towards a video or anything. I was just kind of getting clips and doing whatever. And he watched like 4 minutes of footage.
Jesus, that's so much footage.
It was a lot, yeah. And I just kind of didn't know what I was doing really. I was like, here's all my street shit. Like some of it's better than most clips.
But you just put it all
I just
put
gave
it all out
to him.
there. Oh my god.
It's like I could do that and I could do that. But yeah, and he was super down, and his name was Ryan also. He was like the team manager guy, and he was super cool. He would do like take us out and do like he would film and take sick photos of us, and kind of was like like more legit than like the first like BC Westy shop, because we just like skated and ran into those guys at the parks. But this was like we were going out and filming and getting photos and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, it was just from there, just kept filming with them. We went on to like a trip out to New Mexico, and so it's kind of more legit, I'd say. It wasn't.
And BC was like a national brand though, right? Or was it just a Denver or a local company?
They're from, I think, Florida.
Okay.
Like Fort Lauderdale or something.
And they're still around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a few, I think, Utah, here, Florida. I want to say there's like one or two more somewhere, but I don't know where.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool though. And then after that, what you got on like Circa, right?
Yeah, I was kind of getting like rep flow for Circa. I ran into Walter Lacey, and we kind of exchanged information, and he was doing like Toy Machine and stuff too. And I was already wearing Circas. That was like my favorite, and I was riding Toy Machine boards and all the footage, and he was just like, well, I hit him up with footage, and he was like, well, I see you like Toy Machine, like you're always riding a Toy Machine board, and he's like, you got Circas. He's like, what do you want to do? And I was like, well, dude, I'm down with Circa. And because he was saying just like getting boards for me like would be kind of hard at the time or something. I can't really remember. But yeah, he hooked me up. He would give me shoes, and then he was doing like pig wheels, so he would kind of give me like a bunch of all the companies that he was doing, so it was cool. We went on a bunch of trips, got all the flow guys together and went to like Montana, Cali, all over. Got to go to the Circa, the headquarters, and like check everything out. That was cool. So, yeah, kind of went through like a Circa phase.
That's so sick, dude. I feel like I I I loved circus, but I never ever had a pair. I never ever had a pair, dude.
Dude.
Never ever had a pair, but I always was looking at them. I'm like, always wanted them, but for some reason, I was always had something else. It was crazy because I had so many skate shoes, but I never had one pair of circus ever.
Mm-hmm.
But it was always a brand that I was like, dude, those shoes look so good. The ones I always wanted were, you remember, In Bloom.
Yeah.
With Chris Cole always had those. What was it, CX9?
Oh.
With the air pocket, and they're like kind of pointy.
Yep.
I always to this day, if I could cop a pair of those, dude, I'd be so hyped. Did you ever skate that shoe?
I don't think that one, but there was one I think that was similar. That was like Lopez's shoe.
Oh wait, I lied. I did have the Adrian Lopez's.
Yeah.
That was the only circas that I had. I had the big puffy ones.
Yeah.
That he had like Dying to Live era.
Yep.
I had one pair of those. I actually wore those to prom. I think I had those. Now I remember. Yeah, I wore those to prom. I wore those to junior prom, and I think I later had one of the flat sole Adrian Lopez ones.
Oh, I think it was the 50s.
Yeah, I didn't like those as much, but I wore those all the time, and I had those for a long ass time, and those were the only circus that I had. I actually did have a pair.
Yeah.
But those shoes were super sick too.
Dude, I could see you getting the like CX 205s with the strap.
Oh yeah.
They're all puffy.
Yeah.
Kind of like what you like. I could see you repping those.
Yeah, they're always so sick. But that's crazy. That's a big company, and that's super sick that you got on there.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was fun.
How long did that last?
I think whenever he kind of stopped like working with the brand, I would say it was at least a few years.
That's sick. And you were just getting what, a pair of shoes a month, or
sometimes two, kind of depended, because I would film the other Flow kids too, and kind of like go out with them and film stuff for kind of what we were doing, because we were doing like, he was trying to like boost everyone up, get them exposure and do everything. So we were just, if I was filming like I filmed a full like tour video of all the Flow kids, so like little Kyle Egan and
oh, he was on there too.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And
he was super little though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. So, but he was still ripping. He was like hitting big rails, kind of how he is now. Just,
mini me.
Mini Kyle.
Yeah. And so you known him for a long ass time then.
Yeah, he's actually I don't know if he's from there, but he was out in Grand Junction.
Oh.
And then he moved out here, I think, to like Parker with his mom, and that's kind of where he landed out here.
Okay, because I never seen him or knew about him till I think I seen him the first time maybe like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about him, never seen him, and seen him a couple times at skate parks and stuff.
Yeah, he's cool.
Super nice guy.
Dude, yeah, he was ripping when he was, I don't know, I think I met him when he was like 13, 14, something like that. And he wasn't like a normal like little Grom kid, he can kickflip really sick and like board slide the rail, but he was like heel flipping like a 9 stair, or like he was getting up there with, you could tell he was gonna get like super good quick.
Yeah. And do you keep in touch with him, or you still skate with him, or you hit him up, or?
Yeah, we'll kind of hit each other up. Like I saw him at the Lakai Bubble premiere at 303.
Okay.
And right when he walked in, we both were like, "What's up, dude?" So yeah, we're still cool.
That's cool. And then what happened after Circa fell through?
Just kind of was getting, what was I doing? Circa. Yeah, I kind of just didn't really have anything going for a little, I think. And then we were doing, let's see, Circa. Oh, yeah. I kind of started not officially getting on, but Colorado skateboards. So I was filming my buddy Kyle. He was on the team, and I was just filming him and making videos. And Rob, the owner, he would, give me boards and like wheels and grip tape and stuff like that.
And when was that?
Shortly after the Circa stuff, so like 2018, maybe.
Okay, so
somewhere
not too long ago then.
Yeah, and then I was just kind of doing that, and he would just hook me up with boards, so I didn't really have to worry about that. And then kind of like, and he's out in Vail, and Kyle's in Carbondale, so don't really see them too much, but they make like weekend missions down here all the time, so I'll kind of catch up with them. But so I was kind of getting boards from him, and then like I think like 2 or 3 years ago, I just was like showing him footage and stuff, and he was down, so he like put me legit like on the team with everybody, and there's like Gunnar Frazier, Kyle's.
Yeah, the team's pretty sick.
Yeah,
it's a lot of Southern Colorado dudes, though, right?
Yeah, and Gunnar, he's from Junction too, and he just moved out to LA, so he's out there like
trying to come up.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
and so you're still on them. You're still writing for them.
Yeah,
and then you're doing shit with the Kingpins, right?
Street Kingpins. Yeah. So they're pretty cool. It's basically like a skateboarding app. Like you can find spots, you can post your clips, you get like kind of like points, and you get rewarded with product or pretty much anything. There's like a little store, you can get like clothes or like boards or whatever. So it's a pretty cool idea, and they're super rad, and they're based out of Grand Junction also, and they took me on multiple trips now. So the last one we went to like San Francisco all the way down to like LA, everywhere in between, and then like we hit up like Lake Tahoe, and super fun trip.
Yeah, that was sick. We went to Grand Junction that trip. That was super sick. We went down there, filmed and skated, hung out at the house, and skated the mini ramp and partied, and that was a super fun trip.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me on that. Short notice. That was a really fun time.
Yeah, I'm glad you got to go and check it out. Cause did you go to the Den, like their skate park they have with the
tennis court and the swimming pool and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of not as built out as it is now. I've seen clips of it. It looks really fun now.
It's sick now. They got a lot of good shit there now.
Yeah, I was really bummed. We went down there and Chris was all rolled up.
Yeah,
and that kid is so good. I wish I didn't know him. I didn't know anything about him until I met him down there, and he had a busted foot.
Yeah,
and so he was just hanging out, chilling with us. But he was so cool. He was so super nice to me. He's probably like the nicest dude there to me that when I went down there, and I didn't know how fucking good that kid is, dude.
He's good.
I would have been super stoked to skate with him actually.
Yeah. And he rips.
He's super sick. But he's such a cool guy, though. That's why I was like hyped to find out that he wasn't like he actually rips super hard.
Yeah.
So shout out Chris, bro. If you watch this, bro, you rip.
Yeah. Backseat crew.
Yeah, bro.
He knows
those guys. Those guys kill it down there. It was super nice. Everyone's chill down there. You want to get to some of these clips, bro?
Yeah. Let's check them out.
Want me to just fire them off?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is like that Arvada car wash gap spot.
Yeah, this is such a good spot. That's super sick. I was telling you, over the big side, the pole jam like that. It's pretty rad, dude.
Just kind of jammed it there.
Yeah, I think I ollied that one time, and I was pretty hyped a long time ago. And it's pretty sick because it kind of launches you.
Yeah, it's like a little bump.
Yeah, and it films so well. It looks super big. It is decently big, actually.
Yeah, it's a good gap.
See, that's like that hairstyle right there.
Yeah.
I always remember you rocking back when you were a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. I tried a couple tricks there, and you could see the ground's wet, so I kept slipping out.
Yeah, it looks like wintertime or like a nice winter day or like a shitty fall day.
Yeah.
There's actually a pile of snow right there, so it's definitely like nice winter session.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to get something there, so I was like, dude, I'll try this pole jam. I just got one of those things and threw it in there.
Yeah, that's super sick. What else you bring us?
Good old Winona Ditch. I've never seen it.
That's crazy. Like there looks like there's a big
That's a gap.
curb up there between that bank. I don't think I
it's
really
like indented in. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you. I honestly don't know how you actually did that. It's pretty gnarly. Is it bondoed or anything like there when you came up?
Yeah, it's bonded
Okay.
there and
Okay.
kind of a little bit. He kind of went over it when he panned, but yeah. But I've never seen anyone really, at least that I've seen.
I've never seen. I've
over
never.
the gap part.
I've never seen it. I don't think I've seen that spot in footage at all. It's Greg right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg's a cool guy too.
Yeah, the homie.
What else you got?
This
Oh, this is sick. This spot is super fun.
that's a good one.
It's super tech.
Yeah, I was actually in between
Super
jobs.
clean right there.
In between jobs, and I had like a 2-hour break, and I went there with my buddy Cass, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna try to get this trick before I gotta go back to work.
And you did it on your lunch break?
Yeah,
Bro, the one time I skated on my lunch break, bro, I was working at Namiko's, and we had like an hour and a half lunch break or something, and I drove my old pickup to Wheat Ridge Park,
yeah,
and I'm just cruising around, and like I try to do just like a ollied fakie or something on the quarter pipe, and I ollied, like kicked my board out like that to bail, landed back on it, shot out, and I smacked my fucking face up against the quarter pipe, bro, and I split my eye open, dude.
No.
I split my eye open right here,
Ah.
and I think I had to get like 8 stitches. I'm like, oh fuck, like I smacked my face off the quarter pipe, and I'm like holding my face like this, and I like take my hands off my face, and my hands are like full of blood. I'm like, ugh, and like spill like this whole like 2 handfuls of blood like that had just like piled up like instantaneously. I'm like, ugh.
shit.
It was like my hands were full. It was like I was like cupping my face, and I go like this, and by the time I go like this to look, there's like
just full again.
it's full of blood. I'm like, ugh, just like spill it all over the ground. And
Shit.
little Huey, Houston,
Yeah,
he was there, and he like took off his shirt and like gave it to me and like put it on my face, and like I'm like, oh fuck, fully concussed. I'm like, oh fuck, like I gotta go now. And so like I split, like went to Kaiser. I got like
did you tell your
Stitch.
boss? You
no,
were,
I
like,
got
not
the
coming
stitch.
back?
No, I got stitches and went back to work. Like went back to work and finished like that dinner shift like fully concussed. I was like
way.
serving tables, bro, and I'm like talking to this one table, and I can just feel like my bandage like just filling with blood, like while I'm like serving these like customers, bro.
Oh shit!
Stupid, bro.
Damn,
Bad lunch
that's
break.
brutal. Yeah.
Shitty lunch break, bro. Where's this spot at?
This is downtown. I think it's off close to like Colorado, near Colfax, I believe. The street's Albion,
right?
I don't know if it's skatable anymore because we went there and that whole area was getting built out.
Oh, okay, so it's like landscaped probably right there on that curb or something.
Yeah.
But that's pretty sick, actually. That spot looks really fun. That over the gap right there, you probably like gap out to like manual or something like that would be sick.
Yeah.
That tail slide fakie was nice.
Yeah, I like that spot.
What else you got? Where's this spot? I've seen this clip or this spot a lot. Where's
This is in like Youngfield, that Walmart off 70 in Youngfield. It's right back there.
Oh, okay. All right, that's sick. Super tech, like blasting that kickflip out of that Smith.
I was pumped on that. I
Is that
just
the first
learned
one?
them.
Oh, you just learned it and you just wanted to get a clip?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, super good. Kickflips are always super nice. Kickflips are very steezy.
Yeah.
This is downtown. This is Rhino, right?
Yeah, that Rhino Art Park they like built everywhere.
That was sick.
There's so many spots down there now. It's insane.
Yeah, they're just always building spots.
That's like my favorite place to go now. It's just anywhere down there.
Who are you skating with in these clips?
I think that was my buddy George, and Trevor, I believe. I think Greg might have been there too.
That spot's super sick too. There's a gap right there too, right?
Yeah, everyone gaps like over the fence.
Right.
And that spot's cool.
That was pretty clean.
I kept seeing people hit up that bank and like that wall, and I was like, I kind of want to see if I could get a clip there, and it turned out good. I like Kyle's filming.
Yeah. Is that the last clip that you got?
There might be. Oh yeah, this is in Golden. I found this randomly. Me and my buddy Will. It's just like this manual pad.
Going to the neighborhood, right?
Yeah, that one's cool.
Yeah, that's not easy to find. Like,
good little spot.
it's a little tucked away.
Yeah. It's
All right, I can see the mesa right there.
Yeah. You can kind of figure out.
You can geolocate
Yeah.
the position based on the. I seen like the top of the gas station right there.
Yeah.
I can probably find out where that is.
You can find it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That is sick. Was it? Can we go back to that one clip? That last one?
I think it's a start.
Oh, it's just a montage, right? Yeah. That
the
nollie inward. That was so clean. That looks like a fun spot too. That looks super fun. And where's that spot at? I've seen that. I never skated it either.
The Sheridan Ledge. It's like Sheridan Alameda. There's like a family dollar or like Rent-A-Center or something. It's just back.
That's by Anderson, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
And then the college at Junction.
Yeah, that's Junction. I skated there. That's such a cool spot too.
Yeah, that spot's sick. Yeah.
And this clip again.
Little manual. That spot.
That spot is kind of not skatable really anymore.
Yeah, I think they capped it.
And Cesar Chavez, and this is Cesar Chavez again, right?
Yeah, it's the same day too. I got lucky that day.
That's nice, stacking up. Oh, that was sick. Oh, this spot right here, that's a fun spot. Damn, switch V heel, that was dope. That spot is not easy to skate.
Have you been to that one? That
one's fun. I was trying to no slide nollie heel out for my part in my video, but I never got it. I'll have to go back and do it someday. Have to get it someday.
You got it. Well, you've been there.
Yep, definitely. That was dope. Actually, I want to skate this.
That rail?
Is it skatable still?
Yeah.
Oh, we should go there.
As far as I know, I'm pretty sure it's not going anywhere. It's just like an empty parking lot with a rail.
That's it, right? It's just looping.
Yeah.
Right on, bro. I think that was pretty good little chat, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there anything that you want to shout out? Any sponsors, shout out to homies or anything like that before we wrap up?
Shout out all the homies, all the Junction homies, Kyle, Brett, Ian, Chris, all of them, all the homies down there, Johnny. Shout out you for bringing me on, man.
Yeah, thank you for coming, dude. This is a super fun time.
Yeah, it's been good, man. Yeah, I think just shout out freaking everyone, dude.
Right on, dude.
Everyone, man. All the homies, they know who they are.
Yeah. Right on, guys. Well, this has been a really fun episode. Hope you guys got to check it out live. If not, if you're watching this on Twitch or YouTube, thank you so much. Definitely like, subscribe to our channels. Let us know in the comments who you'd like to see on the podcast. We probably get just about anybody that you could think of in the Colorado skate scene in the last 20, 30 years. We could probably get them on here. So, let us know who you'd like to see. And right now, kind of working on our way out of Arvada and into the bigger realm of the Colorado skate scene. Next Monday, 2:30 p.m. Colorado Mountain Time. We got Trent McQueen coming on, so super stoked for that. Trent's going to be a really sick guest. I'm really excited to have him on, and definitely check out the D&D podcast, or not podcast, D&D live stream tonight after this. We're going to get set up here, probably get on in about another 20 minutes or so for D&D. Tomorrow we got Smash Ultimate Try Hard Tuesday tournament, 7 p.m. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys check out our other episodes, everything else we got going on Channel 3. You guys have a good night. Peace.